Everyone, market conditions remaining bullish in a bull market. We have seen on the shorter term signals, we've seen momentum is continuing to climb towards that upper extreme range. Saw a big pop in breadth this last week, as well as we're seeing some additional confirmation, additional inclusion in this market, which we had been missing up until this point, and also seeing sentiment towards the upper end of that range. So we are seeing two of the three in extreme, not quite yet all three, but looking for momentum to see some more upside now. We're seeing that long-term rank, bull market rank at 21, which is this line up here. Again, that is very extreme at this point, but that can remain extreme for a length of time. But let's keep a close eye this week on markets and how we move forward here. We did see a move in bonds higher this last week. These haven't changed, obviously, since Thursday. Markets were closed on Friday. TLT moving slightly higher. We want to keep an eye on what long and short-term bonds are doing, seeing short-term bonds moving higher. We want to see that moving higher so we know, interest rates continually moving lower, which is one of the themes that has been driving the market here recently. S&P 500 just towards the upper end of that range and continuing to continue to chug higher right here at these levels, all-time highs already, and looking like it wants to continue to move higher now, especially on breadth. We're seeing the buy-sell ratio, which has also moved strongly here back up to 2.6, 2.7. So we're seeing a widening right here in that breadth. We hadn't seen that again up to this point, just kind of moving along. We're getting larger and more participation in this current rally, at least in the last few days right here, a bigger pop in participation. We also saw the buy-sell ratio on this index scans moving on S&P 500 up to 13. So again, very solid breadth on really across the board right now. We'll see if that continues to drive this market currently. Let's take a quick look at some sectors. Seeing solid moves here in sectors, some strength. Everything's back either up to uptrends or the bulk of those in uptrend buy signals. We're also seeing commodities, which are moving. We've been talking about oil. We've seen that confirmation move here, or I should say continuation move, as it starts to continue to find some support around that $76 range. See if it can break out of this and continue its march higher also. That's oil. We've also seen gold have a nice move here higher and continuing its overall uptrend. Really the two main commodities that markets are aware of for the most part. Gold as a flight to safety, oil as kind of a headwind for the markets as well. If we take a look at some of the muscle stocks in the list, again, these also haven't changed since last week. Some biotech, immune stocks, ALPN, nice uptrend, nice confirmation bar into this buy zone from here, and then also on increased volume. That's what we want to see on an uptrending stock. We want to see a stock that's in this upper range right here, in this momentum range, this connection tool. This is the Fibonacci snap tool. I like to primarily use that 6-month time frame, and then watching for stocks that are in this upper zone and that get new confirmation buy signals with increased volume. It's a nice looking setup there. Also have a nice looking setup on CRNX, which is a setup here, similar type of pattern. Take a look through that muscle stocks group today. Also, don't forget about that muscle ETF group. You're seeing some interesting trades and names that show up in there. Sometimes that'll help see what the current trends are. You're seeing a lot of blockchain, seeing a lot of Bitcoin, seeing a lot of these are all different variations of ETFs on those. Also seeing S&P 500 bull market. It's a good place to see which trends are currently working. And again, the muscle stocks group, sometimes you can go a little bit deeper down here and find some additional names. So one of the things you can do is just simply click on the chart and then go to this muscle scans and then go to the new buy list. Then you can just arrow over through some of these names and get a quick glance at the top 10 or 15 names. And they're going to look similar. You're going to have some stocks that have some big gaps like this. You're going to have stocks that are bottom at the trend, some stocks that are at the upper end of the trend. This is my preferred method, is that uptrend retracement into that buy zone or a pullback inside of that momentum zone, I should say, this upper level above this 236 line, and then watching for some additional confirmation going forward. We'll see how this week looks, and that'll do it for today's update. Everyone have a fantastic day today.